Hi, this is Doug and Cindy with Elder Law Practice 5Cast. Thanks for joining us today. We appreciate you joining in and we appreciate your questions. We've got one today that we're going to talk about briefly. It says, would assisted living be better? Now, it's not finished out, be better than what, but we'll get to that in a minute. So let's start off talking about what is assisted living care. So what do you think of when you think of assisted living?
Okay, when I think of assisted living, I think of a facility, typically 1 story, 2 story, a couple hundred people, and they need help with 1 or 2 or more activities of daily living.
So typically, and this is the non-legal definition. If you want the legal definition, you can contact us and we'll send you the statute. But this is the non-legal version we're giving you here. Most assisted living facilities, you're able to take care of yourself somewhat. You walk in the front door when you check in, but you need help with some things. Like Cindy said, maybe one thing, maybe 2 things. Maybe you just need medication reminders, or maybe you need assistance with
Getting dressed.
Maybe you're not so stable on your feet anymore. You can walk, but you're not as stable.
Meal preparation.
Maybe you've got early dementia and you just need some help with that. And so assisted living sort of the in-between stage. Maybe someone, although they could be at home, maybe they don't have help at home, so they're really not safe by themselves, and they're not quite ready for like a skilled care nursing home yet. So assisted living may be a good fit. So let's talk about on this side of it. Is assisted living better? Let's say is assisted living better than being at home?
Being at home. Okay. It depends. I mean, if you need some care and you would qualify for the level of care in assisted living, I would think it's probably not safe for you to be at home alone. Not home strictly by yourself all the time. Now, if you were at home and someone had a video camera in specific rooms, if they had gone through and done an assessment of the house, gotten all the rugs out of the way, put bars and handles in the right places, made sure if you have any issue with the cooking stove, unplug it or turn the gas off, just to make sure it's safe, and that if there was a fire, you could get out of the house in time. You would know to do that. You'd know where to go. So home alone, is it better than home alone? It just depends. Do you need some type of care, assistance, or supervision that would make it probably not so safe for you to be there? Now, if you were at home and you had adult children stopping by to check on you, or you had a paid caregiver coming in a couple hours in the morning, a couple hours in the evening, and that's all you needed, I think it'd be okay.
For some people, it's just a preference. Some people just don't want, as they refer to it, strangers coming in their home. They may be okay with family members, but people, non-medical caregivers they've never met before. And then sometimes with some companies, you frequently have different ones. It's not the same one all the time because they have to substitute sometimes. And some people just don't really like that. They prefer to be in an assisted living facility. Also, it depends on the layout of the home. I mean, some homes are like older, maybe your bedrooms are upstairs, and if you're not steady on your feet anymore, that may be an issue.
Stairs could be dangerous.
The home may be out in the country and not really close to anything or anybody, and that's an issue. Maybe the family doesn't live close, maybe even out of state. So like you said a minute ago, family members available, there may not be family members available. So could it be made to work at home under the right circumstances? Yes, it could. With your mom, you made it work at home, but you were available. In some families, there are just not any family members available. So let's go the other way. Is assisted living better than nursing home? And again, we're talking about a different thing here. So what's the difference between those two?
Okay, assisted living is like a step up from home, actually 2 steps up from home, where you need assistance, care, or supervision with a couple of activities of daily living. If you're talking about nursing home over here, assisted living versus nursing home, this is where you would skill for, if you were assessed, you would need a skilled level of care. And typically they say that's 24 hours, 7 days a week. Now, obviously, not everyone, very few people need something 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, but you would need access to that level of care. And usually at that point, it's because there's some form of dementia or some physical disability where you need that much care. Now, is it better to be in a skilled facility than at home? Like Doug said, my mom stayed home till the last time she went to the hospital, and she passed away in the hospital. So she stayed home for months and months and months with 24-hour day, 7-day a week care. And it was hard. It was hard to coordinate care. It was hard on us physically, mentally, emotionally, but it was something that she wanted, and it took a whole village of us to do it, a bunch of people. So is it better? It depends on your personal preference. Have you planned for that?
And that's a lot of it's just planning, and a lot of it is just going to a facility. Tour 2 or 3 assisted living facilities in your area. If your mom or dad that would be the resident is able to go, take them. A lot of times the facilities will arrange a tour. A lot of times assisted living facilities, you can even go have a meal with them. Check out the facility, check out the food, and just see if they like it. And like I say, for some people that's a better preference. They enjoy that, especially the more social they are. They enjoy that. And some assisted livings, that's why you need to check several. Some of them have a lot more social activities. Some of them even have an activities director, and there's just a lot going on during the day. Some of them don't have as much. So you just need to tour several assisted living facilities and several nursing homes, right?
Right. And there are even some private facilities
Right.
in the assisted living level. So that's an option. Now, those are typically always private pay, whereas you could qualify for some assistance with
So I hope this answered
others.
your question. Which one is better? I know we talked around it a little bit, but there's a lot of factors to be involved,
Right.
and there's no substitute for just physically going out there and touring several of them, and then you can see if this is a good fit for your loved one. Now, in a future video, we'll talk about how to pay for all of this good stuff. That's yet another topic. But if you want to get more information about how to pay for long-term care for your loved one, wherever they're at, if they start declining, there are options available. Click on the link below, and thank you for joining us today. Hope to see you again in a future video.
Have a great day.